today we are moving on to 1.3, and it is evaluating expressions. Your learning target, you can substitute numbers in for a specified variables and simplify. Substitute a number in for a specified variable, that means they tell you the variable, and simplify. Simplify is just that fancy way of saying tell me the answer. Okay, that's all simplify means. So evaluate. When I say to evaluate this expression, it means plug the number in to a given variable. That's all. It means you substitute. Substitute is plugging. If I get a substitute teacher, I get out of the classroom, that teacher comes in. Okay, same situation. If I'm substituting a number for a variable, the variable leaves, the substitute comes in. Okay? All right, example. We want to evaluate the following expressions. Remember, it's not equations. Equations are when there's an equal sign. It's an expression. For x equals 3. So that means wherever I see x, I need to put the 3. So this 3 is going to go, bam, right there. When it says 2x, what does that mean? Do I add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Tell me out loud.
Multiply.
Yep, anytime a number is sticking to a variable, it means multiply. So I'm going to go 2 times 3 minus 3. And we have to connect our knowledge with yesterday, order of ox. It always has to be on your mind. You always have to follow order of ox. So that's 6 minus 3, 3. Okay? And that's the gist of our lesson. That's it. And then it's just practicing. All you need to know is wherever, when you evaluate, you just put the number in where the variable is. So 4x plus 3, x is 3. So we're going to go 4 times 3 plus 3. 12 plus 3, 15. Right now you should be thinking how you're doing. Like, do you feel like a master at this evaluating? Do you feel like you always forget what to do when they tell you to evaluate? Do you feel like, one of the biggest things that my students do when you write it in red, they forget that when a number is sticking to a variable, it means multiply. So they'll write this. Okay? That's a very common mistake. Because they're substituting, like I said. So they're taking the 3 and putting it where the x is, but they're forgetting that you have to go 2 times the x. And they just thought they need to connect it. Okay? Very, very common mistake. Okay, do the next 2. Try to do the next 2. Okay, evaluating doesn't just have to be for x, it's a variable representation. So, you can use any kind of variable. Same thing, we're going to evaluate the following for y is 4. So we put a 4 where the y is. 3 plus 4, 7. I like to read the expression because it helps me understand it before I evaluate. It says half of y and then plus 4. Or 1/2 times y, add 4. Put 4 there. 1/2 times 4 plus 4. What's half of 4? 2. And 6 is the final answer. Okay, now we're going to extend it to when there's more than one variable. Same strategy, you're just going to plug them all in and simplify. So, first expression, 3ab, that means multiply, 3 times a times b, plus c divided by 2. For a equals 2, b equals 5, and c equals 10. So that just means I'm going to go 3 times a times b plus whatever c is divided by 2. C is 10. A is 2 and B is 5. Order box tells me to take care of the multiplication and division. So I'm going to take care of this and take care of this. 3 times 2 is 6, times 5 is 30. 10 over 2 is 5. Final answer, 13, 5. Okay, the next one, we have the beautiful grouping symbol. R plus 3y equal, or divided by 2 minus ry. My goodness, I couldn't even say that. R plus 3y over 2 minus ry. That means r plus 3 times y divided by 2 minus r times y. R is 2, y is 4. So 2 plus 3 times 4 divided by 2 minus, what's this? R times y, so r is 2 times y is 4. Now according to our notes from yesterday, when we have a division bar, we take care of the top, take care of the bottom, and divide. 2 plus 12 over 2 minus 8. So what I took care of was multiplication on both sides first. That's more important than adding or subtracting. 14 over -6. It's ugly, right? That's okay. It's okay that it's ugly. Math isn't always pretty. So how many times does 6 go into 14? Twice. What remains? 1. So I know that 6 goes into 14 2 times. I just write -2 because there's a negative there. And there's 2 remaining. 6 as the denom. And then simplify that. Or write it nice. That's not nice to me. That's not beautiful math. That looks like sloppy math to me. So I write -2 and 1/3. One of the biggest difficulties for 7th and 8th graders is writing an algebraic expression for a word problem. I like to think of it with an easy example, and then I connect it to an algebraic example. So this one here, eggs can come in cartons of 18. Write an algebraic expression for the number of cartons a restaurant should order to get E eggs. Well, I don't know, I feel confused. That's when I connect it to something that I would know how to do. And I'm connecting it to an Easter situation. Let's pretend I bought a carton of 12 eggs and I want to decorate 36 Easter eggs. How many cartons should I buy? Tell me. If I want to decorate 36 Easter eggs, how many cartons of 12 should I buy? 3. So you went 36 divided by 3, didn't you? Or divided by 12, my bad. You should. 36 divided by 12. So what we did is the eggs we want divided by how many in a carton. So this is eggs divided by carton. So we want to know number of cartons to get E eggs. So the E will go on the top. And how many in each carton? 18. E over 18. And now we want to evaluate, plug in, substitute if you want 108 eggs. So 108 over 18. Anybody know that off the top of their head? Ethan, you know? 108 divided by 18. 6. 6. Okay, final word problem example. An online music store charges $14 for a CD. Shipping costs $6 an order. My goodness. Write an algebraic expression for the cost of ordering CDs. Find the cost of ordering 8. Okay, so if I have one CD, the cost is $14. The shipping is 6. So the total cost is 14 plus 6, which is 20. The cost of 2 CDs, I want to extend the page here. The cost of 2 CDs is going to be 14 times 2. So for 2, we have $14 for 1 times it by the 2 that we have. Shipping is still the same no matter how many CDs you buy. It's not going to change to $12. Right, unless it's 2 separate orders. But most of the time we order at once. So this will be 14 times 2 plus 6. 28 plus 6, 34. The next one, I have 3 CDs. So 14 for 1 times it by 3. Still the same. I'm hoping that you're noticing a pattern that this was like 14 times 1. The 2 is with the 2, the 3 is with the 3. Okay? All right, so what would that be? 42 plus 6? 48 bucks. So for N, same strategy here. 14 times the number of CDs I got. Still the same order. The total cost would be 14 times the number of CDs I get, plus my $6 shipment. And now we have to evaluate the expression we made with 8 CDs. What would that be? 112? For a grand total of $118 in CDs. I sure hope you like the music you got.